So why do men no longer come up to women? I asked this in a TikTok last week, and it got so many comments, especially from men. And I just want to preface this with, this was no shade to men. This post was no shade to men, and neither is this one. I was just genuinely curious and asking. I love men, I think they're awesome, and I think that they're a little confused right now. But most of their responses said something like, we were told not to go up to you guys, and we were told that you want to be left alone, and you just want your own space, and you don't want us approaching you. Which for some women, that can absolutely be true, but I love meeting people in person, and I just think that it takes a confident person to go up to someone when you see them in person, and I think it's a really cool way to meet people rather than meeting people online. Men were also saying things like they were called creeps and weirdos, and they don't want to be called that. It's not a pleasant experience. But I will say that it has to do with how you approach a woman. Like, for example, myself and my friends have had men come up to us with a really, really intense energy, like a very in-your-face energy, and they're really nervous and they're kind of scattered and they're very pushy or weird, and their energy is just off. And one of the most attractive things to a woman is emotional intelligence. And that shows within like the first few seconds of meeting someone when they introduce themselves to you. So if you're gonna go up to a woman, just like take a calm, deep breath. If you see a woman working on her laptop or something at a cafe, you can go up to her and be like, hey, my name is so-and-so. I thought you were really beautiful and you seem interesting. I would love to get to know you more if you're interested, and then slipping her your number on a napkin or something, you know? Like just coming up to women with a calm energy and not giving off this like needy energy or this like pushy energy. I think that is what women don't like. I think it's really sweet and cute to be approached in person, and I know that there's a lot of women like me. There's probably some women out there who don't want to be approached, and that's fine, and it's hard to tell who's who. But I think you can tell when you go up to a girl kind of right away if she'd be interested or not based on her body language, and just be calm and natural and don't overthink it. You know, I know that's easier said than done. I've only gone up to a man once in my whole life, but I think that might help. I don't know. I think I'm just someone who's very interested in people interacting with each other and having experiences and building community. And I think the world is growing more and more introverted and people are on their phones more. And I just think it's beautiful to meet people out and in person. And I just don't want to lose that as a humanity.
Of course she blames the men for this. Women created this mess. Years of calling men creeps, rejecting them, and screaming, "Leave us alone," trained men to stop approaching. Now they sit around confused, pretending they love meeting people in person, after killing that very dynamic. Men aren't risking their peace or reputation for a compliment anymore.
Why are men not confident enough to walk up to women now? See, shout out to the guys who are confident enough to walk up to women. The masculinity on earth has diminished drastically that guys don't even come up to you anymore. They'll just stare at you from a distance. As a woman who's trying to embody her feminine energy, you're not going to catch me going up to the guy. You're just not. We can just stare at each other. See, shout out to the guys who are confident enough to walk up to women, because guys don't do that anymore. If God were to guarantee that your 20th person would be the love of your life, you would be so happy to be rejected by all 19. So why are men not confident enough to walk up to women now? We don't chase. We signal like, you can come up to me now. But all men do is just look at you now. And of course, like if the woman is interested, she's going to keep looking your way too. But it just like stays like that. Nothing ever happens because men don't walk up to women anymore. Or they're just tired of being rejected. But it's like if God were to tell you that you're going to go through 20 rejections before you get to your yes, and that's going to be the love of your life, you guys would be so happy to go through all 20 because you would just be so closer to the love of your life. Come on, guys. You guys got to do better.
Oh, okay. Weren't we the creeps for approaching the first place? But now suddenly men are weak for not chasing you? The reality is, men are done catering to women who shift the rules whenever it suits them. Why risk rejection, humiliation, or false labels just to feed your ego? You wanted independence, you got it. don't expect men to dance for scraps of validation anymore.
Dating culture for sure needs healing, because what do you mean I go to a bar and this guy buys me a drink and everybody at the bar is like, like everyone was like shocked that a man bought me a drink. It was like they were watching a TV show. Like suddenly people sitting next to me are like whispering about it. People sitting on the other side whispering. The bartenders are like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I was like, are we okay? So I go to this bar by myself. I was just kind of exploring the neighborhood. I was going to bars I hadn't been to because I was staying at a hotel nearby, and the bar was kind of new, so I go in there. I just wanted to like just experience it and get a drink. I literally just got a beer. Sat by myself at the bar with a beer. Within like 5 minutes or so, the bartender walks up to me and he's like, hey, the guy at the end of the bar wants to buy you a drink. And I was like, oh, okay, who? And I go and I look, and this guy's like, ooh. He's kind of like goofy and like, you know, not my type. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was kind of thinking about it. And then the guy walks over and he was like, I just want to say you're so beautiful. And like, I would love to just do something nice for you. Love to buy you a drink if you don't mind. And like, normally I'm not really cool with doing that, because accepting a drink from a man you're not interested in can lead to some very crazy and sometimes dangerous situations. It's kind of a safety issue, because if you're not interested, men don't tend to react well to that. But he really was saying that he was doing it just to be nice, and that he was, you know, he made it sound like it was low pressure. I was like, okay. So he sits down next to me, and I don't know why. I guess maybe people were surprised that I like accepted the drink, or that I allowed him to sit next to me. It was just a very weird reaction from everyone at the bar, like, oh my gosh, he's buying the drink, and he's taking the drink with her, and he's sitting with her. It was like, not that people were saying that to me, but people were like looking at me. The bartenders were like, I'm like, are we, like, is this really that weird? I could tell, like, yes, there was a bit of a discrepancy, maybe like conventional attractiveness. I don't know. This man had like a very strange beard, and like, he was wearing kind of funky clothes. I don't know. He seemed nice though. I was like, whatever, he seems nice. I'm not doing anything. I'm bored, I guess. So I'll accept the drink. It felt like such a presentation. I felt like I was suddenly had the spotlight on me, like right now, and everyone was watching my life like a reality show. Like, people were just like looking over and they look away and they're like, oh, I'm like, is this so unusual? Like, men are not buying drinks for women, that when they do it, people feel like they're watching a show. So I chat with the guy. He asked me about myself. I, you know, have some casual conversation. He throws out a bunch of compliments. He asked me to take his number. I take his number, just, you know, and I talked to him for like, I don't know, 20 minutes. And then at some point I was like, okay, you know, nice meeting you. And then at some point he got up and he walked away, and it was very normal. He was not like doing too much. He insisted that I take his number. I think he knew that I wasn't going to use it for anything, but whatever, just to humor him, I just took his number. But I think we need to kind of normalize when men buy drinks from women. Like, it's okay. I just couldn't believe how people at the bar were reacting. They were just making it seem like something really crazy just happened. And for anyone in the comments, it's like, wow, that was a waste of money for him or whatever. Like, it wasn't a waste of money for him, because he had all eyes on him in the bar for 20 minutes. Everybody in the bar was like, wow, he must be cool because she's talking to him. So it wasn't a waste on his part.
Funny how when a guy actually offers to buy a drink, it's either he's too broke or not my type. Like there's literally no winning. Men try, get shut down, and people act like it's his fault. Dating's just a minefield of impossible standards now. Dating is so non-existent, it's the only excitement ever these days. No wonder that's why Love Island is so popular.
Can we please bring back men offering to buy you a drink at a bar? Like, as a grown man, why are you sitting here talking to me for 5-6 minutes and you have not said like, oh hey, what are you drinking, or sent a drink over?
Because he's deciding if you're worth buying a drink for. And with that entitled attitude, the answer is probably no. You do realize men have never been obligated to buy us anything, right? And for so many men, they've realized it's not worth it because it's never appreciated. It doesn't guarantee him even a date or your phone number. So for the ladies who have taken advantage of this type of niceness from men, thanks a lot. This is why they don't do it anymore. And maybe instead of demanding things from men, we should be asking ourselves what we bring, what we can give, instead of thinking we just deserve everything because we're women and that's it. And I know we're the first to yell and scream when we're feeling like we've been used by a man, but it's okay for us to do it.
Damn. Can we bring back the ladies who respect and appreciate men?
As a man, what do you wish women understood better?
Personally, I wish women understood that we're not gonna fucking buy your drinks for you. Every single time we go out, we are not buying your drinks.
I bought about 3 different women drinks tonight. I think I got numbers from all of them. I don't know if it's gonna lead anywhere, but you know, I ain't against it. So I don't know about that one.
So why do some girls feel like it's okay to approach a guy and say, hey, do you want to buy me a drink?
Well, because that's a normal bitch thing to do. Like literally, if you're a random broad, if you're a random bitch, the first thing that you're gonna do is walk up to a fucking good-looking guy in the club and ask him for a drink. That is literally the MO. That is the playbook for the random bitch.
Some women are so entitled, it's disgusting. Approach a guy, ask for a free drink, expect attention, like it's a right. Shows how entitled some think they can be. No wonder guys check out. It's exhausting playing into that script.
Her ordering a drink all by herself, then guys, what are you doing? You better swoop in and tell her to keep her credit card to herself and order that drink for her. It'll instantly have her thinking about you all night, and it's an easy way to break the ice by asking her what kind of drink she wants.
All right, you're making me angry now. It's almost like she knows this advice is wrong. I guarantee you that girl took that drink from a stranger. Oh, you're so nice, thanks. Got the drink, thank you, have a good night, and walked out his life with the drink in hand. If you're in a major city like I am in LA, a drink can run you $16 to $18. Not with no tip. 2 drinks can run you freaking $40. You could have went to lunch. My whole point is this. Never, and I mean never, use a "can I buy you a drink" as an opener. You reward women with drinks for compliance. Yes, I said compliance. Sue me. If you walk up to her, y'all are vibing, y'all are having a good time, conversation's flowing, yeah, sure, of course, offer her. But to go and use that as your opener, what you're basically doing is, hey, can I buy your time? By the time we wait in line, I get the drink, that gives me at least 10 minutes. Don't go into your trick mindset. Talk to her. If she's friendly, offer the drink. If not, keep it pushing.
Women are selfish. They see a free drink as a reward for existing, not as a conversation starter. No shame, no gratitude, just taking what they can get. Using "buy a drink" as an opener, that's basically paying for compliance. Modern women are shameless, and guys need to wake up. Never lead with your wallet, fellas.
I know inflation's real because men don't even send bottles to the tables anymore. In pre-COVID, I used to go out with my girls and we wouldn't spend a dime. Like, that was guaranteed. Like, that was common knowledge. We weren't gonna spend a single dollar because guys from a distance would just be like sending Patron, Casamigos, like, enjoy. Not even try to come to us to talk, to harass us, bother us, nothing. I know people have had horror stories of like guys that would buy you a drink, bottles, and then if you wouldn't pay them attention, or they assumed that because they bought you a drink or a bottle, they were gonna take you home with them. And if you didn't, then they would like hurt you outside of the club. I'm Dominican. I never experienced that. We used to be in the Dominican clubs in the city, in Jersey, everywhere. And the bottle girl would just come up to us like, hey, they asked to cover your tab, or these guys sent you this bottle, and those from afar just like wave like, enjoy, enjoy. Not even come out to us and try to harass us. Like literally just like, enjoy. Ahora, ni una hookah, mi amor. Nothing. Not even a hookah refill. Inflation, man. Inflation's got us girls spending our own money. I don't like it.
Well, unfortunately for modern women, the freeloader era is over. Women can't just sit back and collect drinks or attention for existing anymore. Inflation, social norms, and common sense mean men aren't handing out freebies. They're done rewarding entitlement. Enjoying yourself now costs effort, not just a pretty face.
One thing I will never understand about men is that when you buy a woman a drink at the bar, you are not entitled to take her home. This isn't a free ticket to be like, oh, I'm going to buy you a drink and you're coming home with me. No. So don't get mad after she leaves after you buy her a drink because she's not interested in taking things further with you.
Does buying drinks for girls at a bar, does that work, you think? Or
Almost never, in my opinion.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
It depends on the context. If your first approach is, hey, you're hot, I want to buy you a drink, never works. Because they're always going to say yes, whether they're into you or not. And then sometimes they'll just fucking bounce on you.
Yep.
That's definitely happened to me, and I've seen it happen before. It's happened to me one time, and I've never done it again, right? Like, I'm like I'm a lesson learner. Yeah, I learned from my lessons.
Yeah, PSD for me.
You thought he was sick? Yeah, I was like watching her leave, and I'm like, I'll never do that again. Like, why would I ever? And
As she was walking away, you're probably
the drink like.
She like made a little bit of conversation first, but then bounced. But I was 18. This was my first time in a college bar, and that's just all I knew about. Like, oh, I guess I'm supposed to buy a girl a drink if I talk to them. Watch that happen. Never again.
And it goes back, even when you're at the bar, women will test you. Can you buy a drink for me?
One of the most famous
One of the most common tests to weed out the beta male barnacles from the guys who have a backbone and say, no, I'm not buying you a drink. You can buy me a drink. You've automatically separated yourself from the rest of the herd. Women subconsciously throw that test because any guy that has ever bought a woman a drink, a random woman a drink at the bar, I guarantee you nothing good ever came from that.
Women want everything handed to them, attention, drinks, validation, but they rarely give anything back. That test at the bar? Just proof. Most guys who cave end up wasting time and money on someone who offers nothing in return. They take, and when it's your turn, there's nothing. Stop feeding freeloaders. Thanks for watching Manhood. If you want access to exclusive episodes and want to support the channel, hit that join button and become a member. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if it hit home. Drop your stories and thoughts in the comments. We read everyone. See you tomorrow.